Good morning, it's Nicole. It's Friday morning, and we're here to do the week ahead reading. So, we have a, Max has to start. So we have a little eclipse coming and a new moon, I believe on Sunday. So this weekend might be a little intense again, but I feel like this weekend is more going to be like helping to close out and like finalize more of what we've been going through with the last eclipse and the full moon. I feel like new moons aren't as heavy, at least for me. I don't know, let me know. I'm just gonna do a little cleansing because I feel like I need it, we need it, right? So, yeah, I know I've said this for 2 weeks now, but it's definitely been some like thick, heavy energy. And, you're not alone if you've been feeling that. You know, a lot of people have been feeling like they need to sleep or kind of take some time to themselves, pull in a lot of emotions going on, a lot of feelings. A lot of old ways of thinking, doing, being is coming up. You might see some exes coming back from the past, trying to weasel their way back in. You know, just old patterns popping up and coming through. So, you know, that's just all part of the clearing out of these old cycles. This cycle is like going back for like the last 10 years and clearing out. It's the last eclipse of the year, so it's a little intense, but I guess we're gonna get through it, right? So I'm gonna pull some cards. We'll do the week ahead reading. I did our weekly check-in on Wednesday night, so you can check on that one too. It's reposted. I repost all of the live readings. So if you miss any part or you want to re-listen to it, you can go ahead. It'll be up after. All right. So we're going to do the week ahead collective reading. Start shuffling some cards. Give you some messages. No one wants to hear me blab on. Oh, whoop. That feels like a lot, but we're going to take them. All right. So, just while I'm shuffling, I'll give my little spiel. So we do have a subscription, a monthly subscription that I have, not you. So you can go ahead and enroll in our monthly subscription. It is, it's automatic. So you sign up and then every month you'll get notified when you can go on and book your monthly check-in. And basically it's just a 20-minute virtual reading where we go in and do a little energy check on what's going on with you personally. It's been helpful for the people so far that have been doing it. You know, sometimes it's just kind of like a validation of, you know, what you're feeling or going through, and then it just gives you a little bit of insight on how to keep moving forward. So yeah, that is an option. There are limited spaces available, so if you are interested, I would sign up sooner than later before they're sold out. And you can also start and stop anytime, so it's not like, you know, you're at the gym and you have to shut your whole bank account down to stop, because we've all been there, right? Yeah, not trying to play any games or tricks on anyone with that. So yeah, we have that. Or if you just want a regular reading, I do have openings available for 30-minute virtual readings. So that's all listed on the website, headspacenewjersey.com. If you click on the link, you should get to the website and then all the booking is right there on the front page. If you have any questions or you need specific times, you can message me. There's a little message box on the website also. We can try and figure something out for you. So now let's get into the reading. All right, let's see. All right, so finally, I feel like this is a little different than what we've been getting, so that feels good. All right, so this is basically what's coming through right now is that I feel like you are kind of in this like weird energy of like chaos and conflict, but I feel like it's not actually chaos and conflict. I feel like it feels like to you that there's chaos and conflict happening, but it's not really chaos and conflict. It feels more like it's just the universe kind of like tying up loose ends. What is this? And like bringing, it might be like clear, it's like the final clear out is what it feels like. It feels like it's just, there might be like little bits of like shit happening basically, like you know, you kind of felt like, all right, I thought I was done with the clearing out phase. I thought we like went through all this part. Like, what are these little things? I feel like there's like little tiny things that are popping up, but I feel like it's nothing that you like can't handle. It's just kind of an annoyance, you know? It's not going to rock your world. It's not going to throw you off your path. It's not going to like move you in any way like that. It just feels like there's still like little residual that you're having to clear out. But I feel like it's really not as serious as it might feel. I feel like it's just, you don't want to deal with this shit anymore. But it's just like the final clearing out of what's no longer like serving you, or little like maybe like karmic bits that need to be like fully tied up and released. So I feel like that's all kind of like coming through where you are still kind of like clearing out and ending this part of the cycle that we're moving out of. And then you are like, it's part of removing what's no longer for you. So this all feels like, it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like it's going to be like this extended, you know, thing that you're going to have to go through again. I feel like it's just the little bits of clearing up, you know. It's like when you like sweep your floor and then you sweep it into the dustpan, you kind of have to like do it 2 or 3 times just to make sure you get all of the little bits of dust and hair or whatever. That's what it feels like. It's like you're on like your second or third cleanup of swiping it into the dustpan. I don't know why that came up. So I feel like, but this is like moving you like to the edge now of the, like you're at the edge of this next chapter, this next cycle, or, you know, whatever. And I feel like I've said this before, I feel like it's not even a chapter that this collective is moving into. I feel like it's like the book, you're at the end of the last chapter of the book, and then we're heading into like the new book of the series, you know? So I feel like you're right at the edge of like this last end of the chapter, and now you're going to be moving into the new book in the series is what it feels like. So I feel like for a lot of you right now, you're kind of like in this mindset of like, I don't really know what's going to happen next. I feel like you internally, like mentally and emotionally, have a plan of like where you would like to be going, what changes you would like to invite into this next phase. But it kind of feels like you're not really sure what's going to happen, but you know, and you feel that you're on the precipice of a change. And it feels like it's just kind of like that pause before. And I feel like you're at this point where you're like, you're ready for this new adventure. You're ready for the newness that you're bringing in. But you really are just at the precipice of everything. And wondering like when, like what's going to happen? When is it going to happen? You know, like how is it going to happen? Don't get too like wound up in all the like what, where, why, how. Just like keep trusting that feeling of knowing that it's going to happen, and knowing that you're going to see the changes and get these breadcrumbs sooner than later. I feel like while you're kind of hanging out in that energy, you're really being asked to like step into your power, step into your energy. I feel like really just starting to embrace who you are is where I think you're going to start to attract in what you're wanting. It really doesn't feel like anything on the physical outside. It feels like this is all going to be attracted in when you focus in with yourself. So I feel like just like knowing that you are different, embracing your differences, that's what makes us all like special, is that we all have our own little differences and ways of doing things, and that should be celebrated. Don't try and hide it. Don't try and fit in. It feels like be who you are and like allow that to come through, and like move forward in that energy, moving forward in who you are. I feel like honoring your true self, and really like just starting to admire certain parts of yourself where, like, I feel like a lot of the times we focus on all the negative things about ourselves, like, oh, I wish I could be smarter, or I wish I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. Like, stop focusing on the negative and start focusing on the positive things that you do like about yourself. And I feel like the more you do that, the more you're going to realize, like, hey, I'm actually not so bad. Like, I'm actually kind of like cool or awesome. But just like stepping into your power, I feel like is what you're being called to do. Not like being so mindful of like what everyone else thinks of you, what everyone else wants of you. I feel like losing those expectations of others is definitely something that's coming through that I feel like is part of you releasing, and that's no longer serving you. And even like expectations that you had of yourself, I think are changing as well. So just like embracing where you are in all of that, and like just kind of like letting your light shine. I feel like that is what's going to help you get through this. And that's kind of what's going to help like raise your vibration, raise your energy up to where you start feeling better and you start attracting in whatever it is that is on the precipice of this change that's coming in. I feel like for a lot of you also, you're kind of in this phase where you feel like you need something new, something where like you want to study or you want to take lessons in. Like, I feel like you kind of feel a little bit like stunted, or like you've plateaued, and you are at this point now where you've come out of like your tower moment. You've been doing a lot of healing work. You've been going through shit, it's been trying to get, everything back on track and like just a even playing field. I feel like and some calm stability. I feel like you're kind of at that level now where you do feel like you want to bring something else in. You're kind of bored, maybe not bored, but like you just I feel like you need to find something to like new to do and to learn into your life. So I feel like you're kind of like testing the waters to see like, I don't know, do I want to take ballet lessons? I'm 40 something years old and I don't think I should, but I feel like whatever it is, like, go for it and do it. I feel like whatever you feel called to do, whatever is intriguing to you, like, go ahead and do it. There's no reason why you can't, and who knows where it's going to lead you on your path. That might be your intuition telling you to go, because maybe that's where, maybe your career is going to shift into, or you're going to meet someone that's going to, put you into a position of something, it's going to breadcrumb you to something on your path, I feel like, also, as well as giving you, like an internal fulfillment as well. So I feel like you're definitely wanting to grow. You're definitely wanting to experience more. I think you realize too, like, you don't want to just like wait. You can't just wait for things to come to you. Also that, like, life is short, and there is no right time to do things. I feel like a lot of you are starting to get into that mindset where it's just like you're kind of like seizing the moment in the moment. So that's coming through. I feel like you are, your guides are just wanting to tell you, like, you are safe, you are protected, like, you do have your spirit team with you, and, like, to remember to not live with fear. You know, fear is not real. The fear is just a low vibration that, you know, is not going to help you move forward at anything. You know, just making sure that you set boundaries to protect yourself, protect your energy, and then keep it moving. But just knowing that, like, you don't have to live in fear, that you are supported, and you are protected. So just moving forward with courage in this next chapter. I also feel like you are having a lot of feelings right now. There's a lot of emotions coming through. And you are kind of feeling, I don't know, a lot of different types of ways. I feel like it's okay to have whatever feelings you're having. Just don't get like stuck in them, you know, like allow your feelings to come, feel them for a moment, and then release them. For some of you, this feels a little more specific. I feel like for some of you, you have, some anger that you are wanting to express. But you're like afraid to express it, or you don't know how to express it in maybe a more positive way. But I feel like you are being asked to honor all of your emotions. So just allowing yourself to to feel that anger and then releasing it, but like most importantly, releasing it. And just knowing that like it's okay to express your feelings. It's, you know, if you can't do it in a safe way in the physical, you can always, you know, write things down and burn it or bury it or put it out to sea, whatever feels right to you. But just acknowledging your emotions and releasing them is coming through. I also feel like a lot of you are really taking time to like carve out a little like sanctuary or safe space for yourself. I feel like that's really important to a lot of people right now in this collective, where you really are wanting to like have a space where you can take time out from the world and from the craziness and the chaos and feel like you have a safe place where you can go and connect with yourself and feel at peace. You know, meditate, pray, write, paint, whatever. Like, you need this little bubble. So for some of you, I feel like you have already created that, and others of you, I feel like you need to or want to. Yeah, so I feel like you are definitely, I feel like for a lot of you too, you're starting to learn how to love yourself. And this is like really important, moving forward into your next chapter. And I feel like this ties back into like embracing yourself, you know, like allowing yourself to come through, stepping into your power, stepping into your divine energy, you know, acknowledging your beauty, inner and outer. And I feel like you are also, you know, starting to learn how to fall in love with yourself, which is really, really nice. So I feel like the more you tap into yourself, the more that you start to speak better about yourself, the more that you start to realize that you know, you actually do have good qualities that you forgot about, you know, or that you didn't recognize before. I feel like that's all helping you to really start to love yourself more. And as you continue to love yourself more and step into that self-love, I feel like your boundaries will become stronger. You will have more confidence to move into the things that you are wanting to do. And I feel like with all of that combined is when you really start to raise your vibration and call in this next book in the series, where you really do step into that change. Yeah. I feel like you are also being asked, I hate when this one comes up, but the patience card, you are asked to be patient, trust in divine timing. Like, the universe is helping you behind the scenes orchestrate what it is that you're trying to call in, whether it's on a personal level or in the physical 3D world. Just trust the process and know that it is all aligning how it is supposed to be. Trusting that miracles and magic happen every day. I feel like sometimes we get like too like human, and we forget that, like, you know, there's so much going on behind the scenes energetically that we don't know about, and that like the universe really is like helping us and supporting us, you know, our guides and our angels and everything. And it can just be like simple things, you know, like it's silly little things where it's like you're like, oh, that could never happen. That could never happen. There's no way. I cannot see how that would ever happen. There's no way. I don't have, like, let's say, you know, I want to buy a house, but that will never happen. I don't have a down payment. There's no way that I'm going to have a down payment in time. It's just not going to happen. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, you win the lottery, or you have someone, you know, gift you money out of the blue that you didn't even think they had the money, or, you know, a rebate came back, or an overpayment or something, and it gives you the money that you need to move forward. It's like you don't know what is being orchestrated behind the scenes, and you just really need to like trust and believe that like miracles happen every day, that magic surrounds you, and that like your dreams and your wishes can come true. And I feel like the more that you believe that, and the more delusional almost that you are about that, the more it will happen. You know, part of manifesting is like really to just kind of be delusional, because you have to believe it for it to like happen. If you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. So you really have to like live and act as if, and watch all this, you know, come in. And sometimes it really does feel like magic and miracles and unreal. I've experienced it before, but it is real. Also reminding yourself that you can ask for help, on a spiritual level or in the physical. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is, completely okay. Sometimes we need help. Sometimes it takes a team to make things happen, you know? So, you know, ask for help, ask for support. Also like taking care of yourself, resting, supporting yourself, you know, that goes back to like setting those boundaries again. It's really just for like self-preservation. You know, selfish became kind of a negative term, but it's not really negative. If you're not taking care of yourself, you don't have, you know, much to give, you know? So, that feels like that's coming out for you guys as well. They always want you to connect with nature. I feel like connecting with nature is really important, especially right now with the way like the energy is. I feel like it really is important to continue to connect with nature. It really does help to cleanse your energy, to ground you, and that keeps you in the vibration of manifesting. So I feel like for a lot of you, the manifesting is definitely coming through heavy. The energy of manifesting, whether you like know that you're doing it intentionally or not, I feel like you are in this manifestation like energy. And so like being mindful of the energy that you're putting out is going to really help you with moving forward with what you're trying to manifest. Because I feel like a lot of you do know where you want to move forward in a certain way. Like, you know that you want to, you know, move, or you want to live in a new location, or you want a new job, or whatever it is. You know, you're looking for a relationship, or you want a new car, whatever. But you just don't see like how it's going to happen, how it's going to play out, how it's going to unfold. And so just keeping yourself in a vibration where like things will naturally come in for you and shift, is where you want to be. So I feel like, yeah, like just staying on that path, staying on track too, making sure that you're not doing anything that is like not for your highest good is definitely coming through. Also like taking care of your physical body. For some of you going through this, you might feel like certain things aren't resonating with you anymore, like certain foods or caffeine or chemicals or whatever, are maybe like not resonating with your body like they used to. Like, trust that, because sometimes part of raising your vibration and elevating, you do have physical symptoms. I can tell you personally, I'm going through that right now, where I am having physical like ascension symptoms, and sometimes it really does feel like you're sick, or I don't know, sometimes you feel like you're crazy too. But I have been having like I guess some ascension symptoms where like you know, certain things are not resonating with me anymore. Certain foods, heavy foods, greasy foods, are really not feeling good to me. I don't feel good eating them. So like trusting that and listening, you know, to make sure that you're not just eating it anyway, allowing yourself to feel good and continue to raise that vibration. Also, like, don't engage in anything that is like going to stress you out, or that just doesn't resonate with you. If it doesn't make you feel good, like, don't engage with it. It's not, there's no time for nonsense. Like, you're moving on a different path, and you do not have time for nonsense. You don't have time for any extra energy that is not positive or going to bring you positivity. And just like using your time wisely. I feel like also making sure that you are doing the things that you need to do for yourself. Taking time to rest, taking time to meditate, taking time to move your body, to, you know, making sure that you're doing the things that feel good for you. This really, all the energy is just really about you, and putting your energy back into you and protecting you, and loving you. And that's when all the other physical stuff, I feel like, is going to come through to you. So yeah, it just feels like, make sure that you are, you know, like, you are the one that's in charge of creating your own happiness. It's not anything on the exterior. It's just, it all comes from within you. So just like, I think that's kind of the chapter that we're moving into now, is, you know, it's like doing the things that make you feel good, creating your own happiness, protecting your energy. And then I think we're going to see like a shift in the 3D, where you're going to start to see your manifestations coming to fruition. And then you really are going to believe in magic, because some of it is going to feel like magic, is what it feels like. I feel like for some of you, you're going to be like, holy shit, this is happening so fast. Or like, oh, I wasn't expecting all this. But it's like you were, because you have been manifesting it and wanting it and calling it in. Some of it is definitely going to be, you know, like, oh, I was not expecting this, or I didn't know, you know, there's like bonus points coming in with it too. So that is the reading that I have for the collective this week, for September 22nd. It was a good reading, I think. It's definitely more, this was more of like a kind of spiritual internal reading, not so much of the 3D, like what to expect. But sometimes, you know, we need those readings, because that's also what helps the 3D, you know, come in. So yeah, if you resonated with this and you want to dive in deeper on a personal level, you can definitely reach out. I have the virtual readings available, 30-minute readings. And then we also have the monthly subscriptions. There are limited spots for that. So if you want to sign up, it's just a monthly 20-minute check-in, and you can always start and stop whenever you want. So, yes, stay in the positive. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Have a great weekend, and I will be back for our energy check-in on Tuesday evening, East Coast time. All right, I'll see you guys. Have a good one.